When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on another team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cardinals' offense will be first on the attack. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't...
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lowry. Quickly to the tight end. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. The Cardinals can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week, he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback.
He'll take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates. And while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much...
There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Nelson. With the catch, it's Moffitt. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Quick strike complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds in this defense. Mjpls moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Tootin. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws to the back. Snatched it right out of the air and waltzed his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Lowry. The throw. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Catch in stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Trying to barrel in. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays.
Turning it on! He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
On target to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. Got a man, it's Murphy. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Off play action. Trying to make magic with his feet.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down and get some positive yards.
He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Makes the grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Dropping back, it's Nelson. Slings it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Grab near the sticks. It's Tootin. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Oh, he makes the catch. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Showing the arm strength to the left. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hughes. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Back to throw. It's Lowry. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Turning on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Here's a Heat. Tight end finds a soft spot. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll go up top on second and short. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Spins away from one. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Cardinals started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One more snap coming before halftime. Leaves it with the back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. And the Cardinals will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on first down from the 30.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to pass. It's Nelson. Here's the pressure. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was, could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. And they weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Tootin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Going to take a shot at this DB. Reels it in down the left side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Got a man. It's Murphy. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, the ground game. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Tootin. Now they've got even more
Better
breathing
to be
room
lucky
out
than
to
good.
the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this.
Makes the grab on the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw.
Oh, shit.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Cardinals. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be
looking for the end zone, and he won't find it. The sack, and the lead remains at 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode. The toss to the outside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They're going to run it. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
The short hands. It's Hauser. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Murphy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So the final period starts with a second down play. The inside handoff. Nice move to keep running.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Hauser. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Cardinals have their offense in high gear. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quick release by the QB. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll pull them back to within 6. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. He wants to change this route. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Sends it downfield. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The give and tick, 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 tick. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Buying some time. Got some room headed to the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. This offense has it with really good field position. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it. He's got it and just sachets into the end zone for the touchdown. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Oh, they're after him. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Cardinals will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle, it's Murphy. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Louisville!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got his man downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Here comes the offense on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw again. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And the offense takes control of this football game late. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Appalachian State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking for a man. It's Lowry. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Feels the punt and try to pick up some yards. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making adjustments. Pocket breaking down. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff. and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.